Birding in Ladakh isn't for the faint-hearted. Between the altitude sickness and the freezing nights, it's a test of endurance. But the rewards, unforgettable. Today, we are braving the cold weather to photograph some highly elusive Himalayan birds. Will we spot them or will the mountains keep their secrets? Stay tuned to find out. Good morning. So this is day 3 of our travel. We're leaving Agham now. The plan is to kind of cover some of the species that we couldn't find yesterday. Again, we will take the same route through Wari La Pass and head back to Leh. Hopefully reach there by late afternoon and then probably do some birding around Leh in the evening. I will try and put the name of this homestay here in Agham. This is specifically for wildlifers, but again, if you want to just come chill out here, amazing homestay, lovely place. Right, let's start the day. We set out for our first session of birding in the morning. The air is crisp, the mountains bare, and our eyes are scanning every ridge and stream. This is prime territory for the mighty golden eagle. And down by the water, we search for the agile, white-throated dipper, a bird that dives fearlessly into icy currents. On the open plains, we hope to spot the white-browed tit and other hardy residents of Ladakh. But for now, it's quiet. The mountains hold their secrets. Still, Ladakh never sends us back empty-handed. We managed a few shots. The sleek western house martin, a shy female blue throat, the vibrant common rosefinch pair, and finally, our target, the white-browed tit. Not the best shot, but a take on the list. We also had a fleeting glimpse of the Eurasian hobby. तो आज का मॉर्निंग सेशन इतना fruitful नहीं रहा. While we got some decent shots of the white-browed tit warbler, but we're hoping for something good. That's nature, that's wildlife. You don't get everything that you wish for always. You have to keep trying. अभी हम इतना समय तो दे नहीं पाए उसको क्योंकि अदर दूसरे स्पीशीज भी कवर करना है. And my other target is the white-throated dipper. The white-throated dipper has been evading me for a very long time. पता नहीं इस तरह से एक जिंक्स हो रखा है. काफ़ी सालों से तो ट्राई कर रहे हैं हायर एल्टीट्यूड सिक्किम एंड अदर प्लेसेस, बट कभी साथ नहीं दिया किस्मत ने. चलो देखते हैं. दिस इज़ अ गुड प्लेस फॉर द वाइट थ्रोटेड डिपर. देखते हैं किस्मत साथ देता है कि नहीं. दिया तो ठीक है, या फिर कोशिश करते रहेंगे. अभी बढ़िया सा नाश्ता करेंगे. भूख बहुत तेज़ से लग रही है बिकॉज सुबह का जो टाइम था हमने वो तो पूरा बॉडिंग में लगा दिया. अब नाश्ता करेंगे एंड विल टारगेट टू रीच ले बाय आफ्टरनून. लुक एट द व्यू. देखिए भाई लोग सब नाश्ता कर रहे हैं, तो हम भी चलते हैं और बढ़िया पेट पूजा करते हैं. भाई लोग नाश्ता कर रहे हैं. फुमचुक भाई क्या खिला रहे हैं नाश्ते में? पराठा. वाह. टुंटू भाई चाय पिलाएंगे कि नहीं पिलाएंगे? बिल्कुल. पहले पराठा खाते हैं, उसके बाद चाय पीते हैं. बढ़िया सा नाश्ता. भाई इस जगह पे नाश्ता करना तो भाई अलग ही मज़ा है. नज़ारे देखिए. इसी स्ट्रीम में आपका जो वाइट थ्रोटेड डिपर है वो अप एंड डाउन करता रहेगा. शायद नाश्ता करेंगे और फिर कोशिश करेंगे उसके लिए. बट पहले चाय निकाल दिया क्या आपने? We set up lunch by this gorgeous stream. The sound of rushing water, the cool breeze from the mountains, and not a soul inside. It's moments like these that remind you of why you travel so far. Nature becomes your dining room. गरम गरम बढ़िया आलू के पराठे. जबरदस्त, मस्त मजा आ गया. I couldn't resist seeing the fresh water straight from the stream. Ice cold but pure and refreshing, filtered by miles of mountain rock and snow. In Ladakh, even a sip of water feels like an adventure. With Agham behind us, we are back on the road. The plan is to take the same route, climb back over Wari La Pass, cross through Sakti village and return to Leh. But in Ladakh, the journey is never just a commute. It's a moving postcard. We stop once in a while to make some great landscape images. By the roadside, a Himalayan marmot pops up, plump and healthy, stocking up on body fat before winter hibernation, when it'll spend nearly 6 months underground. These high altitude rodents are true survivalists, living in family burrows and sealing themselves in with grass plugs to keep the warmth inside. In summer, they spend hours basking in the sun, keeping a watchful eye for eagles and foxes. Today, this one seems relaxed, as if it knows winter is still a little way off. Just ahead, a horned give us a quick photo shoot. The road begins to climb, switchbacks snaking through valleys, glaciers glinting in the distance. Warila is calling, and every bend opens up to another jaw-dropping panorama. The mountain slopes shift in color with every turn. Deep rust reds, pale yellows, and slate greys, each layer telling a story of a different geological age. And then round the corner, a jackpot, a Tibetan partridge family, tiny chicks darting between rocks. A target species for this trip, and they couldn't have posed better. A big thanks to Phungchuk Bhai for sighting these well camouflaged birds in the rocky terrain. As we get closer to Wari La Pass, the air thins noticeably. Each breath feels lighter, but the scenery, it's worth every step slower. The view opens up all at once, a 360-degree panorama of mountain peaks stacked to the horizon. At last, Warila Pass. Over 5,300 meters above sea level, wind howls, prayer flags flutter, and the entire world seems to stretch out below you. This was the second time we were crossing Warila Pass in the last 2 days. From the top of Warila, the world feels stretched in every direction. The road we just climbed twists away into the distance, curling around ridges and dipping into shadowy valleys. The mountains here aren't soft or welcoming, they are bare, weathered, and full of sharp edges. The descent from Warila Pass brings immediate changes. Every 1,000 feet downward, the air thickens noticeably. Your breaths become easier, but the road remains treacherous. Loose gravel and hairpin turns require constant focus. Every now and then, a biker crawls into view, the faint buzz of the engine reaching us seconds after we spot them. On the descent, another treat, Chukar Partridge proudly leading its fluffy chicks. This species thrives in rocky slopes, blending perfectly into its surroundings. Their soft sandy plumage makes them almost invisible until they move, and the parents are fiercely protective, guiding the little ones between stones and shrubs. Every so often, the chicks stop to peck at seeds or insects, learning the skills they'll need to survive in this harsh terrain. Watching them navigate the rocks with such confidence at just a few days old is a reminder of how quickly life here adapts to the mountains. It was great to see these birds thriving in these conditions, and we managed to make some beautiful images. The road drops steeply now, winding down in tight switchbacks. From up here, you can see the entire route snaking into the valley, dust clouds rising from the bends. The air gets a little thicker with each turn, and the brown barren ridges slowly give way to patches of green where streams cut through the rock. A few hardy willows and poplars stand like markers of life in an otherwise dry landscape. Every few minutes, we pull over not because the road demands it, but because the view insists. By late afternoon, the road evens out and the mountains open to the wide valley leading into Leh. The peaks around us stand tall in shades of brown and grey, with streaks of green appearing as we get closer. Clusters of whitewashed houses with small fields of barley and lines of willow and poplar trees swaying gently in the breeze. As we near Leh, the road becomes wider and smoother, traffic more regular, local trucks, motorbikes, and the occasional convoy of travelers. The view ahead is open and uncluttered, with neat rows of trees flanking the roadside, guiding us into the heart of town. Looking back on the journey from Agham to Leh, the biggest lesson wasn't about birds, it was about patience. High altitude birding forces you to slow down, to accept that sightings won't come quickly and easily. The final stretch into the Indus Valley brings the most dramatic transformation. Poplar trees line the roadside, their leaves trembling in the breeze. The air here feels heavy and rich after the thin atmosphere of the pass. From the road, Shey Gompa rises against the barren hills, once the summer palace of the Ladakhi kings, now a quiet reminder of the region's royal past. Came back from Agham in the afternoon. खाना खाया थोड़ा रेस्ट किया और अभी हम जा रहे हैं एक टारगेट स्पीशीज जो है हमारा है मंगोलियन फिंच. हमारे साथ सोनम है. परसों मिस हो गया था, इसलिए हम अभी सोनम को लेके जा रहे हैं. सोनम का लकी चार्म काम करेगा आज. देखते हैं हमको मंगोलियन फिंच मिलता है कि नहीं. How was Agham? Oh, it was awesome today. Looking forward to the plan to visit the Leh market in the evening. And then sleep and wake up very early tomorrow morning because the next 4 days are going to be, next 4-5 days are going to be action packed. We'll be covering Pangong Lake and then finally reach and stay in Mera. And then from there we will head to Hanle and then come back to Leh on Saturday. So Hanle will be between 2 nights. Keep watching. And finally, the Mongolian finch, a key target species we had missed earlier. This little beauty finally graced our lens. We spent some time in the cold late evening framing this beautiful bird. We also managed to photograph the black red star and a record shot of the fire-fronted serene. Here are some of the frames that we managed to capture. So finally we had some great sighting of the Mongolian finch. Thanks to Mr. Sonam. Thank you भाई. झट से काम करा दिया भाई ने. इतना बढ़िया शॉट मिला मंगोलियन फिंच मेल का. दिल खुश कर दिया. Happy. और क्या क्या लिया हम लोगों ने? ब्लैक रेड स्टार्ट का अच्छा फोटो मिला और फायर फ्रंटेड सेरिन का रिकॉर्ड शॉट हुआ. ऊपर से निकल गया वो. चलो मे बी नेक्स्ट टाइम. और थैंक्स सोनम. बहुत बढ़िया शॉट मिला. Up next, we head into the most exciting stretch of this journey, exploring Pangong Lake and Hanle. If you missed the earlier episodes in this Ladakh series, do check them out to follow the story from the beginning. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. See you in the next one.